Hello, my loves, and welcome to another reading. Today is gonna be a pick a card reading. So I'm gonna shortly pick 3 cards and then show them to you, and then you decide which one resonates with you the most. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be all of them. Just see what your intuition says. If tapping into your intuition feels a bit difficult today, or just in general it feels a bit like there's a lot of noise going on, a really beautiful way that I like to tap into my intuition is to place both hands on my heart and then just take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then sometimes I like to ask my heart, my head, and then my pussy to get the Holy Trinity going. If I need to make a decision for this card reading or anything else, if there's something that you need to be getting information on today, maybe that's why you're here. Let's see. Before I pick the 3 cards, I'd like to do a prayer for Mother Nature. It's called the Our Lady Prayer, and it's from the Gene Keys. It's a part of the course. I don't know if you're familiar with Gene Keys, but there's this beautiful free course that they have called 7 Days of Grace. And in that course, you do this prayer every day, and I just find that it really grounds me and brings me to the present moment, brings me to this beautiful vibration of peace and grace. So yeah, if that's not your jam today, you feel free to, I'll put the timestamps below, feel free to just skip to the reading. So yeah, I'll pick the cards now, do the prayer, and then we get going. Yay! Okay. Group number 1. Okay. Oh, so it's the 4 of Cups. Okay. Group number 2. Eight of Crystals. In traditional tarot, this is the 8 of Swords. And then group 3. And this is 6 of Crystals. Okay. I'll hold all of them up. So here we have number 1, number 2, and number 3. See which one resonates with you the most. Number 2 and number 3. Ta-da! Okay. Perfect. Yeah, check the timestamps below if you don't want to join in with the prayer. If you do, may I just ask you to just close your eyes and put your hands on your heart. Let's take 1 deep breath in together, in through your nose, and sigh it out. Our Lady, who lives at the heart of all form, hallowed be thy name. May thy queendom come. May thy will be done, that heaven may come to earth. And allow me this day to drink from your sacred silver spring, and forgive me my forgetting, as I learn through your grace to return all non-love with love. And take me by the hand and lead me by step into the patient valley of your heart. For yours is the earth, my body, my life, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, let's get started. Group number 1. Interesting cards today, I have to say. Okay, so 4 of Cups. What I'm getting with this card is really, you know, when you're trying to make something happen, or you're trying to manifest something, or you're really like planning, you're really using your mind to kind of like focus. You can see like the 3 little dots, like just like thinking. This could be like an energy of overthinking a little bit and being in your mind, maybe a little bit, not too much, but yeah. Since the cups is associated with the element of water, it's also like your emotions and feelings. So this could be an invitation to actually explore your emotions more, and also to see like, where are you attached to the outcome. Here you can see this person like just looking at these 3 cups, like they're the only 3 options that there are. And then there's a hand of spirit or God or universe handing in another cup, a 4th cup that you might not have even thought about. And for me, this really signifies like that miracle energy. If you resonate with that, maybe watch my previous video. There was a little speak on miracles. So yeah, like expect the unexpected and expect the best. I feel like there's, you know, we're told this saying like, expect the worst. No, how does it go? Prepare for the worst, but expect the best. Is it that, or is it the other way around? Anyway, how about we expect the best and prepare for the best? And if it doesn't work out, then we just accept it. It's okay. It's fine. It's not personal. But what causes a lot of our suffering is when we're so fixated on things needing to go a certain way, and I'm very guilty of this. I do it often, and then universe just blows my mind over time and time again, and being like, nope, you thought. And it's just something completely different. So yeah, is there a chance that you can like open yourself up to it being something unknown, something completely new, something just out of the blue, out of the sky, something miraculous that comes in? Yeah. What's also standing out to me is the dress. So I love to look at the colors because they correspond with the chakra system. So red corresponds with the root chakra, and that's like our sense of safety and security. And sometimes that can be really tied to knowing and feeling like, if we understand all the options and if we know all the possible outcomes, that will bring us safety and make us feel safer. And I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. That's an illusion that we have created, and sometimes that illusion can actually, I feel like, yeah, block us from seeing like these possible miraculous things that could come in, because we're so fixated on what we've set our mind to. So yeah, something to think about, group 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, like. Mwah! So much love. Bye. Okay, group 2. So this one is the 8 of Crystals, and it's a little bit similar to the first card in terms of kind of like limiting yourself, like, but this is more, so the swords is to do with our mind more than our emotions, and it's the element of air. So there is this like, what are the thoughts and beliefs that are kind of holding you stuck? And here you can see this woman, she you know, has like a blindfold, and then she has these like ties around her, but she's free to go. Even the crystals, like, it kind of looks like it's like a prison, but it's not. She can walk away anytime. And how often do we do this to ourselves? And I'm laughing because it's been my whole day today. It's just been like in my head and thinking and just being like a bit salty with myself. So yeah, what thoughts can we just sacrifice? Just give them to Mother Nature, give them to God, give them to the universe. Just offer them up. If they don't serve, just let them go. Untie yourself, take off the blindfold. Be brave to see the truth as well. Yeah, it really does take strength and bravery to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, yeah, I thought that. And, you know, to admit to yourself that you were wrong about something or someone, or even about yourself. You know, you're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to think differently, and that might like rub some people the wrong way. That's okay. Like, we're allowed to change. We're allowed to change. And change is the only, you know, constant in our lives, really. It happens all the time, whether we want it to or not. So yeah, get on board with change. What I also look at the colors, so because they correspond with the chakra system. So in this card there is a lot of blue, and then purple. So the blue corresponds with your throat chakra, and that's a lot to do with your authenticity, speaking your truth. So yeah, again, like, are these shackles and the blindfold your truth, or is there maybe another truth? Are you maybe more free than you think? Are there maybe more options than you gave yourself permission to even delight in? Yeah. And also the purple. The purple is our third eye. So our intuition, seeing, yeah. And sometimes with our mind's eye, I don't think we realize how powerful our imagination is often. And I think, like, I've had this personally where I'm very visual. I can see things. My imagination is very vivid and wild, and when I meditate, I have like beautiful visions. But then in the beginning of my spiritual journey, it's been a big lesson to not get stuck in those visions, like not needing it to turn out that way, like allowing that vision, that thing that I imagined, or that God put into my head, either way, it's a beautiful gift, and it doesn't need to be attached to an outcome. That's the story that my ego jumps in with and starts like creating, like, oh, okay, we saw this, okay, then it needs to go this and this way. Like, no, because often when our ego gets involved from their best interest for us, of course, they still create a lot of attachment. They can create a lot of like blind spots and a lot of like restraints for us, because our ego is tied to our past and what has happened to us before. But the future doesn't depend on the past, so to speak. Like, anything can happen. So it is just our like false sense of security often that we tie ourselves to, with thinking like, oh, I saw this, so it must happen. Like, no, maybe you thought one way because you needed to take that route. Like, it guided you somewhere, but it doesn't need to be the end goal. Like, the story keeps unfolding, it keeps expanding, you keep expanding, and you keep unfolding. So yeah, allow yourself to expand through those beliefs and ideas and thoughts. Yeah, take off the blindfold. Okay, group 2, that was the message. If you liked it, subscribe, like, that would be beautiful, that would be fun to see more of these readings. And if you feel called to watch the third one as well, stay tuned. I'll just continue. If not, maybe I'll see you another time. Bye. Okay, and group 3, 6 of crystals. Oh, I love the sun in the background. Oh, it has little prisms. So pretty, so pretty, and the little flowers. Look. Ha. Anyway, the card. So 6 of crystals. Crystals is corresponded with the air element. In traditional tarot, this is 6 of swords, and it's kind of like this energy of better times ahead. Like she's sailing on this little boat to a new shore, and like there's some waves, but then after the waves it seems pretty calm. So this could be a message of, you know, if you are in stormy waters right now or it's a little bit wavy, expect calmer waters, expect more peace. You can see all the crystals on the shore. Like these could be, because crystals is also, or swords is to do with the mind and beliefs. So like new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing things. Yeah, and a whole like treasure chest of them, which is beautiful. I also look at the colors. They correspond with the chakra system. So here in this card, there's a lot of red. So you can see the moon is red and then her dress is red. That corresponds with the root chakra. So that is to do with our like sense of safety and security, and also like the material. So like money and things like that. So it could be that, I'm sorry, that there's been like this time of maybe not having your finances be at like a very stable, easy place, and now you are kind of sailing into a more smoother a way of being, where yeah, there's just like all these new ideas, and you know, ideas lead to abundance, so maybe new abundance as well, like a new sense of safety, that can also come from like overcoming, you know, the waviness, the the weather, or even just setting off to a new adventure. I feel like personally that's been the best way that I've built confidence, and honestly who I am today is because I've just like hopped on that plane or got into that car and went and traveled and seen, and when you allow yourself to go on these like what I like to call adventures. I go on adventures all the time. When you go on these adventures and these quests, you show yourself that you're capable of doing things by yourself or with a friend. Like you're capable of like, you know, doing new things and adapting, and also when you put yourself out there and you go and you do something that you haven't done before, you also, yeah, you get a lot of new ideas, a lot of new inspiration, and it's such a cliche, but like just put on your shoes and just go out and do it, because again, like our minds, they can sometimes, because they're formed by events that have happened in our past, they can only project our past into our future, but the future does not actually depend on the past. The future, there's a million different outcomes that can happen, and you know, so maybe allow yourself to expand your mind a little bit in that way of like, let's just see what happens. Like She didn't know what was gonna happen when she got on that boat. She still doesn't know what's gonna happen until she gets there, until you experience it, until you really feel into the new energy and new ideas, maybe meet new people, meet new animals. Honestly, animals give incredible transmissions. Like, you just sit and look at a bird or a cat or a dog, like, there's a lot that's comes through, and sometimes we don't give ourselves the time to just be still and listen. So yeah, this could also be an invitation to, if you are in a place where it's not very quiet or calm, to seek that out. Go explore, go on an adventure, and see what you find. You might find some beautiful crystals and a blood moon. Yeah. Okay. Oh wow, the sun, the prisms look so pretty. I love it. Rainbow colors. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in for this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you liked it, subscribe, like, that would be amazing. And I'll see you in the next one. So much love. Mwah! Bye.